Hi kids, this is teacher Vidya. My aim is to make you all to explain the impact of colonial rule on the growth and decline of towns and cities in India. The British set up factories as centers for trading when they came to India as the English East India Company at Calcutta, Bombay, and Madras, which are fortified with offices, residencies, and storehouses to become presidency towns. Which cities developed during British times? Calcutta, Bombay, Madras, Simla as a hill station and called as the summer capital, Bangalore and Meerut, which were the cities that declined, Dhaka and Murshidabad, Surat, Srirangapattinam and Machilipattinam. The present cities, urbanized as ports and important trading towns as raw materials, had to be sent to England and finished goods brought to be sold in India. Surat, Srirangapattinam, and Machilipattinam declined or de-urbanized as the other parts grew. Dhaka and Muslimabad de-urbanized as the textiles were no more in demand by the British. Cantonments came up to house the British troops. Cantonment at Meerut. When was Delhi first established? Delhi was first established at the site of Indraprastha, the capital of the Pandavas. There were seven cities called Lalkot, that is Kula Rai Pitora, Siri Fort, Taklakabad, Jaganpanag, Firozag Kotla, Dinpanag, Shahjahanabad, which was a capital built by Shahjahan. It was a walled city. It had a fort palace complex and a residential area. Wall was a fortification used to protect a city or settlement from enemies and also used to enclose settlements. The British had fortified even their factories to protect them from any invaders. Red Fort, Delhi. Red Fort was made of red stones. Jabba Masjid, Delhi, was a grand mosque. There were 14 gates to enter the city. A canal that ran down the center of the market called Chandni Chowk brought drinking water to the whole city from the river Yamuna. Adak, the festival of Eid. Havlis. The residencies were the beautiful Havlis. There were many biolis and step wells used to store water. Who was the last Mughal ruler of India? Where did he live? Bahadur Shah Jabar was the last Mughal emperor of India and he lived in the Red Fort, Delhi. We will learn about the changes and planning of the new capital city under the British. What is the strategic location of Delhi? Delhi was located on the banks of the river Yamuna and was already the capital of the Mughals. The British were here before 1857, but after the revolt of 1857, they wanted to shift their capital here. This was decided in the Delhi Darbar. They hired architects Edward Lutyens and Herbert Baker to plan the city. Some of the important buildings were the Viceroy's Palace, India Gate, and the Parliament House. The British wanted to shift their capital to show their supremacy by taking over the Mughal capital and show the people of India all that they were doing for the country. Architect Lutyens attempted an interesting mixture of empirical styles, blending Indian and Greek architecture with the influence of Buddhist, Hindu, and Islamic elements. The central administrative area of the city was planned with one third of the area as green space. The British were satisfied initially ruling from Calcutta, which was established as an important presidency city and a port for the purpose of import and export. They did not have any objections to the Mughal ruler continuing to administer Delhi, even though they had to set up a cantonment over there. But after the revolt of 1857, they decided to crush the power of Mughals and establish their dominance by shifting the capital to Delhi. The partition of India in 1947 was a tremendous blow when thousands of refugees moved to Delhi, putting tremendous strain on the structure of the city. There were severe riots between Hindus and Muslims, where thousands of people were killed and their homes looted and burned. Majority of the Muslim population left Delhi to move to newly formed Pakistan and in their place an equally large number of Sikhs and Hindus from Pakistan came to Delhi. Most of the refugees preferred to come to Delhi as it was a capital city and they would get help from the government and facilities to settle down into a new life. This created tremendous strain on the structure of the city as there were lakhs of homeless people looking for a home. The refugees were accommodated in temporary camps, schools, military barracks, historical and military locations such as Purnakula, Red Fort, and military barracks, and in the Kingsway camp. Refugees roamed the streets looking for empty houses left by the Muslims to occupy. Many of the Muslims were either forced to sell their house or vacate, making their homes in the temporary camps till they could leave for Pakistan. The refugees occupied temporary camps, schools, military barracks, gardens, and various historical and military locations such as Purnakula, Red Fort, and military barracks in Kingsway Camp. Shops and stalls were set up to cater to the demands of the migrants. The city was unable to accommodate to provide adequate sanitation, sewerage system, water supply to meet the demands of such a huge population. The partition changed the social structure of Delhi as many new schools, colleges came up. Lot of people who migrated was landlords, lawyers, teachers, traders and shopkeepers. Partition changed the lives of the migrants and their livelihood. Many of them took up new jobs as vendors, carpenters, ironsmiths to make a living. The large migration from Punjab changed the social setup of Delhi. Influence of the Punjabi is led to dramatic change in food and dress habits. Thank you so much, kids.